Vanishing Identity, Impact of Imperialism on Cultural Identity by Mike Warman and Justin Radu. Prior to the British conquest of the southeastern Asian continent, one of the more popular items of clothing was known as a sari. This was a traditional dress of many cultures. It is distinctive as being a long strip of cloth or fabric that is draped over the body in various ways. As the 1800s turned into the 1900s, clothing styles in Europe and the rest of the West began to change drastically. Clothing became less restrictive and more revealing. A little shop girl once said to me with a sigh, "I never really envied rich girls, except their ability to appear always immaculate, always dainty, exquisitely groomed in every respect." Innes H. Weed, The New York Times. As the European and Western styles changed, so did the fashion in their colonial spheres of influence. Saris became extremely revealing. If we start working from a position of strength that comes from drawing from our roots rather than aping Western designers, we will never go wrong. The West is learning that India is glamorous and that sari is the sexiest garment in the whole wide world. Manish Malhotra, Indian fashion designer. Before the West carved up Africa and colonized a majority of the land, there was no formal schooling system. Instead, children would be taught the necessary skills that they would require when they became adults. The children were also taught the rituals and ceremonies of their respective tribes. When the influx of European colonists came to Africa, so too did their schools. One of their primary goals was to teach the language of the country that sponsored the school. All parties seem to be agreed on one point, that the dialects commonly spoken among the natives contain neither literary nor scientific information, and are, moreover, so poor and rude that until they are enriched from some other quarter, it will not be easy to translate any valuable work into them. Thomas Babington Macaulay. Today, in modern Africa, they have a system of education that attempts to compete with their European and American counterparts. Unfortunately, schools are often overcrowded, in unfinished buildings, short on resources, and in poor condition. On the whole, many African countries have extremely low school participation, as according to UNESCO. Songs and chants now remain as the sole vestige from the earlier tribal system.